Alright, hey guys, so we have a new unit for Lunar New Year, and I wanted to give my thoughts. This is Resnick the Hoppy. As soon as I think of the word hoppy, I literally just think of beer and hops that it takes to make beer, and I'm just kind of thinking of an alternative hoppy unit where it's just a beer unit or something like that. Okay, anyway, we have Resnick the Hoppy here. I do like her design quite a bit. I do like that cool bunny masquerade aesthetic. I think that's actually pretty cool. So, in a sense, I'm kind of a little upset that I won't really be pulling on this unit because it's kind of a cool unit, and um, it the fact that it's limited means that I can't just pull it from like a random ticket. That being said, it seems like she's gonna be relatively similar to Shadow Links on Ice, where in the fact that she has a bunch of debuffs, she's going to be good for PvE, and she's going to be relatively fast, and like one of those fast high damage units. I do really like the fact that she actually literally hops in her limit break as well, so I thought that was pretty funny watching through that. Um, so yes, I think she's going to be a good unit, and honestly, I think he's being aligned to pair with Shadow Links a little bit. Just kind of looking at her VC, critical hit rate up and slash attack resist piercing up. So I think those two things would actually kind of pair pretty decently well with Shadow Links. I have Shadow Links' card here. Her card is actually doing critical damage up, so critical rate up with Shadow Links would probably be pretty good, but that's also considering that she already has a really high crit rate. Attack and accuracy up, again, that would the bestowed effect you'd probably equip that directly onto Resnick. Um, but yeah, you guys can see here it says Spear as one of the jobs, so that's kind of why I'm talking about Shadow Links specifically. So yeah, Shadow Links' card obviously going to be good on Shadow Links. So I think the two cards together might have some good potential use. And I'm just going to throw this one out there too. They also mentioned the Addison Rae new card. It's going to have all elemental attack up, so that's going to benefit both of them. And it's going to have bestowed critical damage up for more critical damage up onto Shadow Links, and acquired AP up is actually a pretty decent thing. So that kind of works out together. Uh, Probably the thing that I'm more excited for in this announcement is that they're gonna give us some free summons. And if you look closely at the small text there, they actually mentioned that the bunny medals that we're gonna be getting, these ones right here, are actually gonna count towards being able to get more summons. I'm not really sure. Like, to me, I don't really understand how we're having two sets of free summons at the same time, and they're both 10 times summons, and they're both free. So I'm not sure if this is going to be completely free, or if you need to use the bunny tickets. My original understanding was that this was going to be free, and then the bunny tickets or medals. But I think you're probably going to use the bunny medals, considering like they're not just going to give out two sets of free summons. So yeah, this other one is the free summons. So this one I think lasts for 15 days or 15 times, and then this one is 10 days worth. So these are both going to be MR plus summons. So I'm just thinking back to the really old days of like when we used to get MR plus summons for a while. Those are really fun to get back when MR units were actually pretty useful. Okay, so again they mentioned the bunny shop, so this is probably gonna be like a normal mog shop with those kind of claimable items that we always usually get. And then I think probably the best throwback to the original Lunar New Year event. I don't think we got this last year, but if you guys remember 2 years ago, I think it was, we had the Ox medals, and I think the Ox medals are back. The Ox medals are basically just you get charged for the units, so I think I'm just happy to see this again because I have really fond memories of the Ox medals. I think that was a really fun event, and I think that helped us get our units up uh, before. Actually, really quickly, going back to Shadow Links and the slash attack piercing on Resnick's card, remember that Shadow Links actually has access to a sub job, Nightblade. Her attacks there aren't super the best. I mean, they can be pretty good, but they're not amazing in terms of like range and like being able to use them at the right time. But Shadow Links does have access to Triple Trick, which is not only is it a 3-hit attack, but it also I think lowers evasion. So I think that's going to be pretty good with that slash attack piercing rate. So that's kind of another reason why I'm saying they're sort of trying to stealthily pair these two units together. So yeah, Addison Ray collab, we're gonna get 154. My screen is really small right now, I can barely read this. 154, I think that says metals. So that's basically gonna be shards, or they're probably gonna refresh that Mog Shop, and that's gonna give us potentially a new set of blossoms. I think you have to scroll down to see that in the current shop, so just keep that in mind. And I think the last thing that was mentioned in the video was the 100 cost fire unit. Obviously they're not going to tell us when. Is this going to be Addison Ray? Who really knows, but I'm ready for it regardless of what's going to happen. Alright, so one more thing actually is the Hiroki's Gift. So pretty standard stuff. We are going to get 6 blossoms in that and 10 rainbow spheres, so I think that's probably the best part. Alright, so those are my thoughts. I try to keep it as quick as possible. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.